Hi, everybody. I stopped at home for a little bit of lunch before my next appointment. See, it's St. Patty's Day. I put a little bit of green on my eyes. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you about the 10 commandments of buying a home. I get these questions all the time. I teach a lot of first-time home buyers classes, and it really is amazing to me how many people really don't know the process, but that's one of the reasons that I do teach the classes. I always like to end my classes with the 10 commandments of when you're buying a home. Hi, Matthew. Glad to see you. And these are very important for when you're buying a home. And I have actually lost deals over a lot of these. So if you're buying a home, there are a lot of things that you need to know before you go into it so that you can successfully get keys. And we're going to talk about those in step-by-step instructions. The first one is, thou shalt not change jobs or become self-employed or quit your job. Yes, I've had this happen. You may be doing good in your Mary Kay. You may be doing good with your Tupperware. But if you quit your job, a lender is not going to want to give you the loan. Now, just recently, like in December, when I closed my last deal of the year, actually on the 31st of December, I had a very interesting situation happen where they, meaning the lender, went and checked to verify all the documentation for my buyers. Turns out that the husband had quit his job. So they called me immediately and told me that he no longer worked there and it could have sabotaged the deal. He was lucky because he had 2 jobs. And so they were able to use the second job's employment, but they had to scramble to get the deal done. So it was very interesting, but we were able to get through it. So I don't care if you're doing something on the side while we are doing your searching and purchasing of your home, please don't quit your job. It's a no-no, and that's number 1. Okay. Number 2 is thou shalt not buy a car, truck, or van, and I'm also going to say a boat. You may be living in it. So I actually had a client that was super excited because they had purchased or was getting ready to purchase a home that had a 3-car garage. And that 3rd car garage was supposed to be for his boat. Now he was planning on buying a boat. He actually had gone to my class and he knew this rule too, but I don't know why he had actually forgotten it. So there was a huge sale going on for boats, and what happened? He went ahead and bought it like a week before we were ready to close. So for one, that added more debt to ratio to his loan, which tipped him over. For 2, it threw everything out of whack for everything with the lending. And 3, we lost the deal because we no longer could get him a loan. He couldn't take it back. And he couldn't change his ratios on his credit after that. And so therefore, he had to find a dock and a storage place for his boat. And we had to wait an additional 6 months before we could purchase a home. And so we had to start the process all over. And he also lost his earnest money. And he also lost his inspection money and appraisal money. So you see why these commandments are so important right now? And 3, thou shalt not use credit cards excessively or let accounts fall behind. Now, guys, this is a fine line. It's really a fine line for you to get your debt to ratios in check, especially if you're a first-time homeowner. Now, if you are a millionaire and we're buying you, a multi-million-dollar home and you have plenty of money, this may not be an issue. But if you are a first-time buyer, then this could be a problem. So at this time that we are looking for your home and in the process, please do not stop paying your bills and do not add any more bills because it can definitely mess up your deal. Okay? Number 4. Thou shalt not spend money that you have set aside for closing cost. What do you mean, Laura, the Realty Goddess of Los Angeles? I can't spend money that I've saved for this house? What if I want to spend it on something for the house? Hi, Parker. Thanks for joining me. No, you can't. When you're purchasing a home, it's more than just your down payment. You have to pay for inspection fees, closing cost fees, which typically are around 3% of the home that you're asking, the asking price of the home that you're purchasing. And then also, you have appraisal fees and other fees that may come up. So if you've put money aside for this, you must save it because you have to have a home inspection. Now that's going to be another Periscope topic because that is a big no-no. Do not purchase a home without having a home inspection. So please don't come to me and say, well, you know what, Realty Goddess Laura, we're not going to do that. Yes, you are. Plain and simple. Okay, we won't discuss that anymore because that'll be a different topic. So let's go down to number 5. Thou shall not omit debts and liabilities from your loan application. Guys, the lender's going to find this out anyway. He's got to run your credit. So be completely honest on your loan application. And to be honest, you need to be completely pre-approved in this market in order to even get out here and look at anything. A pre-qualification means absolutely nothing. A pre-approval that is completely approved and also even better DU approved will give you a lot of power in this market. So don't lie on your application. We're going to find out. Okay. All right. Number 6. Thou shalt not buy furniture on credit or at all while we're doing this process. But Laura, we saw this great, awesome white furniture set that we wanted to put in our front room by our fireplace because we saw our Christmas tree being there and it was on sale. So we didn't want to miss the sale. So we bought the furniture. Guess what? They didn't get to get the house. And they lived in a small apartment. So they had to put the furniture in storage. You can't take it back. You can't change your ratios. If you're that close, they don't want to see you taking out any credit at all. Lenders don't like that. So we can wait till after I hand you the keys before you actually go buy furniture. It's probably going to be on sale again by the time we close. Number 7. This is a big one because people don't really think that this is a problem. Number 7 is thou shalt not originate any inquiries into your credit while we're doing this. So I don't care if Macy's or Target is offering you 20% off on your next sale if you open credit or you let them at least look at your credit to see if you can qualify for a credit card. This stuff can hold off, guys. Don't risk me handing you your keys over someone looking at your credit to see if you could possibly get a credit card. Nah, we won't do that. Okay, number 8. Yeah, I'm cheating. I've got a cheat sheet. It's okay. Thou shalt not make large deposits without first checking with your loan officer. But Laura, that's good, right? I'm getting extra money put into my account. Well, a lender has to know where that money is coming from. Let me tell you something. I always like to joke and say that the government likes to think that you're a drug dealer until you can prove otherwise. If you've got money coming from where they don't know it's coming from, it can definitely change your loan. And they get suspicious over things like that. So let's just say we won't do that. Now, what happens if they automatically deposit it? Well, it's not a big deal, guys. Just call your lender, let them know that there was extra funds put into your account and where it came from. Most likely, they're going to just ask for a paper trail on where it came from. Ask your employer to give you a letter, explain that you're purchasing a home, and then they will be able to get through that bump. Okay? Number 8. Yeah, this one was a nightmare. Thou shalt not change bank accounts. I don't care if a bank is offering you $200 to open a brand new checking account. You're that desperate for $200 where you're going to risk losing your keys to your new home. Didn't I tell you that the government thinks you're a drug dealer before you can prove it? You can wait, guys. Now, I did have a special circumstance with this, meaning that I had a client who had her own business and they had broken into her checking account a couple of times, and she was really done with it, and she wanted to move all of her money, and the FDIC had to give her back her money. And so we were buying a house. Excuse me, allergies are bad today. Okay, I don't wait. Okay, sorry, back to it. So she had to prove to the bank that her accounts kept getting broken into, so therefore they had a paper trail of why she had to change banks during this, and we were okay. We were able to close. Now, it added about another week and a half to our closing, but we had proof and the seller was cool with that, so we were able to get that through. Number 10, thou shalt not co-sign for anyone. I do not care if it's your mama. I do not care if it's your papa. And I certainly don't care if it's your precious baby who's off at college who claims that she can't walk across campus because her books are too heavy. Guess what? You take on their debt. If something happens, then you are responsible for their debt. And a lender does not want to see that. So during the time of purchasing our home, that I'll be handing you keys for, you do not want to co-sign for anyone. That is just such a simple rule. So I hope that you enjoyed these 10 commandments for buyers when buying a home. I didn't have very many followers today, but that's okay. I still am learning this process, and I'm super excited on starting it. Follow me. I do have a Twitter, which is Realty Goddess. I do also Periscope, of course, because you're joining me. Join me on my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/Realty Goddess. And I'm also on Instagram as Realty Goddess 1. Hey! I guess that means it's time to go. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed your time with me, because I will be on here quite a bit. Looking forward to meeting all of you. Have a great day.